Hey y'all, welcome back to another video on Life with Chesses for General Hospital, May 2nd, 2025. Okay, so a question before we dive into it. What do y'all think? First of all, what happened to Rocco? I know they had invited him over there and they was drinking and stuff. Do y'all think they slipped something in his drink or what? I seen somebody saying how they think that maybe Rocco may need blood. I don't know. I haven't heard anything, so we'll see. But okay, on today's episode, we're gonna start with Eminem. So they all at the little bonfire party or whatever. Rocco and Danny there. I said, see, and they finna be upset at Danny. They finna be upset at Danny. It's finna start a whole bunch of mess. But yeah, they all at the party or whatever, and I think they was trying to get the flash drive out of Emma pocket or whatever. So Josh wanted Vaughn to distract them. She came out, and then I said they out in the public, not out in the public, where everybody can see them. That's what I'm trying to say. I said anybody could have seen her get the doggone flash drive up out her pocket. She waited. Then she didn't wait long. As soon as they left, she got down there and got the flash drive. Then not only that, when she had to, when Emma was looking for her, I think she was finna get dressed or whatever, and I think she was looking for her flash drive. I don't know. But either way it goes, Josh had it right there on her side. I said all she had to do was look down and see that Jocelyn had it. But yeah, I think Vaughn now, I think he ended up getting in the water too, because when he came back, Josh was telling him, you couldn't distract them or keep them in the water longer. Excuse me. You couldn't keep them in the water longer or whatever. Hold on, let me see. I wonder where Danny and Rocco doing at the college party. There's a lot of drinking that's usually involved. Yeah, exactly. And they was pretending to be college students. I was just saying how somebody was saying maybe they finna get ready to have to get blood. Something's gonna be wrong with Rocco. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, they showed him passed out at the end of the episode. I said, what they did is slipped on something. What's it called? I forgot the name of the substance that they be using or whatever at those college parties. But yeah, Carly, Nina. Carly already know that Nina had met up with Jacinda or whatever, and that it was her work. Nina ends up admitting it, and she ends up telling Carly that Drew wanted to go get his blood tested. So they was talking about whether or not she was gonna stay with Drew and stuff like that. Nina hopeful. I said they don't got caught already. I said, how you I told y'all, what was the reason? What was the reason? And now it look like Drew think that Tracy did it. I knew he was gonna think she did it. But I said, if Carly is the owner of the hotel. Is she the owner of the hotel? Was that the hotel they was at? They was at the Metro Court first. That's what it was. Then they went somewhere else. That's what it was, y'all. Cause I about to say, wait a minute. I said, if Carly could get the doggone video, then I'm sure Drew can. But then I was like, oh, they was at the Metro Court. But then when she slipped when she slipped that thing in the drink, they wasn't at the Metro Court, was they? But yeah, Carla was talking about the good job Nina did, and that's when she told her she don't think that it's gonna stick because they going to get the blood tested. At first, I thought that Brad was gonna switch it because I seen the preview for the next episode before I actually seen the episode, y'all. Because Brad was in Portia's office. I said, how you get caught already? I said, how you get caught already? Basically, they don't know who did it yet, but he thinks Tracy did it. He thinks that Tracy did it because they showed him thinking back when I think Mac was like, who was you with last before everything went down. But yeah, Carla and Nina behind Drew's situation. They was talking about the whole thing. And Carla was just telling her about Michael not gonna let her keep the kids if they're gonna be with Drew. And then she said something. Nina said something, and Willow walked in. And I was wondering if she heard her or not. But look like on Monday's episode, she gonna be saying, is she foolish for believing Drew? And I was like, I said, you a fool. And I also said, I said, how? I said, Willow believe Drew when he lying, but she don't believe him when he telling the truth. Like right now, he's telling the truth, and she wasn't believing him or whatever. Now, and all this time he been sitting up here lying and stuff, and she been believing him. I said she backwards. But yeah, she ends up walking in, and she told Drew once the Isaiah brought the test results back, they found out that it was I forgot the name of it again, y'all. Ketamine, something, some type of substance. And he was like, see, you believe me now? And she was like, yeah. She kissed him, and she was like, I see you at home. He was like, Nina's home or our home? She was like, our home. I said, you fool. I mean, he is telling the truth about this one thing. That's it. And I still say, like, once the truth comes out, he gonna be the one to tell. He gonna say, once he find out Nina responsible, he gonna say, yeah, she did it because she was jealous and this and that. We was involved. He gonna be the one to tell the truth. Cause Nina over here doing stupid stuff. She had every opportunity to tell the doggone truth, her and Portia. But instead of telling the truth, she decided to go come up with this plan. Then she was telling Carly also, nobody's gonna buy Drew's story, and if he finds out Jacinda already out of town. I said I doubt it. She either out of town, they're gonna find her, or she ain't left yet. She's sticking around. Lucy, Lois, Maxie, I think they was having a meeting about the nurses ball and stuff. They was like, they was talking about Carly. They was talking about how stuff always happened at the nurses ball, and I'm hoping that it do. Y'all know I've been talking about that a lot. I'm hoping something happened at the nurses ball. But they was talking about the nurses ball and about how stuff always happened, and they was saying if there's any way to keep Carly away, keep her backstage or whatever. And they was like, regardless of if she was backstage, wherever she is, you gonna be able to hear her. I said, right. I said, true that, true that. But yeah, they was talking about the nurses ball. What else? I think Lucy was saying she wanted to uninvite Drew because of everything that was going on. And then they brought up, the fact that he donated, that she wanted to take that back or get that back too. She was like, on second thought, I said, right. I said, you need to be worried about Sitwell. But what else was they talking about? It was something else. And then after that, she decided to leave. Lois and Enzo talking to Maxie about her friendship with Brooklyn and how she's going to need her or whatever. How do y'all feel about that? Brooklyn told Maxie on today's episode, you have to choose. You have to pick a side. Either you're going to continue to be friends with me or you could be friends with Lulu or whatever. She was like, I can't trust you and confide in you if you still friends with Lulu. And I was like, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know. They always say, you could be friends with both of them and this and that, but we see how that's playing out. We see how that's playing out, but I don't know at this point. I know a lot of people, I have seen a lot of people mad that Lulu got involved and stuff, and they feel like it's not her place, and they hoping that she shut up and stay away from it or whatever. I did see one comment that said they acting like, Brooklyn's acting like, Lulu's blackmailing her. I said that yesterday. I was like, she said that she's holding it over my head. And I was like, when people say that, don't that mean they blackmailing them? I said, she ain't blackmailing her. But she is taunting her though, because she over here, she admitted to it. She admitted that she was doing that. But yeah, I did see that comment that said she's not blackmailing her, but she is taunting her. She is. She definitely is. And I'm wondering how they gonna find out that Gio is actually Brooklyn and Dante's son. Then Tracy don't seem to believe that what's the name? That Lois doesn't know who the child is. I was like, right. She knows it's a boy. She know more than that. And Tracy's smart. Tracy definitely smart. Which leads me to Tracy in Brooklyn. So she ends up telling her, she had a son. She didn't know she had a son until Lulu. She ends up telling her how Lulu found out, and she was talking about the fact that she defended her. And Tracy agreed that it's not Lulu's place or whatever. And they was just talking. They had a nice little conversation. Tracy was being nice for once. For once, she was telling Brooklyn she loved her. Don't ever doubt that. And just because I love Lulu don't mean that I agree with everything that she doing. I said, true, true. True that. Somebody get it. Because people be acting like if you support somebody or you like a character or even in real life, that, oh, you can't never say nothing or hold them accountable. That ain't how it's supposed to work. That make you a yes man, an enabler. But yeah, Brooklyn was just talking about her child. She asked if she ever wanted to find her child, and she was like, she did it first, but if that's gonna happen, he's gonna have to come looking for her or whatever. And she keeps saying like, he's better off without her and stuff like that. But I was like, yeah, in certain cases, yeah, but in this case, no. But yeah, in this case, no, or whatever. Who else? Who else? Dante and Lulu. He was trying to get her back off the case or whatever. He thought he got through to her. She's like, no, I'm not. And she was like, why is Brooklyn feelings more important than mine? He was like, that ain't what this is. He's like, nah, that ain't what I'm saying or whatever. But you can write about a bunch of things. She was like, I didn't try to. I presented them with 3 ideas, but she just admitted to Laura that she did do it. Wasn't it Laura who she admitted to? Yeah. But yeah, what else? He was trying to get her back off. She ain't backing off. I doubt she back off. She already. I said, go look on the laptop. I said, if everybody else and their mama and their daddy can know, why can't Dante know? Look, she don't told Tracy. Lois know. I forgot her mama name. Her mama know. Next Ned gonna know. The whole house except Dante and them gonna know. Lulu was about to tell Laura, and I was like, at this point, just let Brooklyn be the one to tell, and they look for their son together and find out there's Gio. But they're gonna make it dramatic, y'all. And once again, if you just coming in, somebody said that they think that Gio may have to donate blood to Rocco. Y'all think it's that bad? He was passed out and knocked out. I don't know what it's gonna be, but yeah, he was passed out. Danny was trying to wake him up, so I don't know. We'll see though. I was like, they just threw that in there, didn't they? Maybe they trying to get Lulu to take her mind off the adoption story. Cause like they just threw Danny and Rocco's little storyline in there. They just popped up at the doggone college party. Well, they ain't pop up. Yesterday they was talking about going to the party. Danny did see Jocelyn or whatever, and she was like, if you don't say you saw me, I won't say I saw you. And they made a deal. And then Vaughn was like, is he gonna be a problem? I said, what you gonna do to him? I said, what you gonna do to him? And another thing, I was about to say, do we even know if we could trust Vaughn? We don't even know if we could trust him, but I feel like they setting it up for him to be with Jocelyn down the line. Maybe they're gonna team up and figure out what Brendan really up to, because I still don't buy what he's selling. I still don't believe him. I still feel like it's more to the story, but y'all know that's just me though. Y'all know I'm always suspicious of everybody on this doggone show. I don't know. But yeah, I already said basically Tracy asked Brooklyn if she regrets her choice or whatever. Then she's supposed to confront Lois on tomorrow's episode. Not I keep saying tomorrow, next week's episode. And she asked her, she was like, I think she asked her where is Brooklyn's son or whatever. I said she definitely know. I said Tracy need to use her little resources to find out. But I said at this point, I don't know how they finna get ready to reveal this storyline. But I think I covered everything, y'all. They said wherever Carly is, they still hear her. Drew trying to report. Oh, I think I said that. Drew seen Mac and Felicia over there, and that's when he was like, he found out that it's whatever the name of that substance is in his system, and he was like, that's a recreational substance. So how do I know you didn't take it willingly or whatever? He was like, he don't do that type of stuff. He was like, he trying to report a crime, and they asked him who was the last person you was with, and he had a flashback to Tracy. I said no. I said no. That what she get though. That what she get because she over here trying to team up with Drew. He can't be trusted, and neither can you. But yeah, that's it, y'all. That is it. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe. And a great weekend.